Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivare Dhari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivare Dhari Yasoda Nandanan Bhadajana Rajanan Sodanandanan Bhadajana Rajanan Yamunatira Vanachari Radha Madhava, Radha Madhava, Radhe. Radha Madhava, Radha Madhava, Radhe. Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Srila Prabhupada. Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Haribo, 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 Go Haribo. Go Haribo, 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 Go Haribo. Jaya Vishnu Bhama Hamda Bharaka Charge Asutar Saraswati Simari Divine Grace ISKCON found the charge A.C. Bhakti Tirtha Swami Prabhupada. Jaya Vishnu Bhama Hamda Bharaka Charge Asutar Saraswati Simari Divine Grace Bhakti Tirtha Swami Prabhupada Maharaj ki. All glories to the assembly of devotees. All glories to the assembly of devotees. All glories to Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga.
So we'd like to introduce this morning's Srimad Bhagavatam speaker, His Holiness Srila Bhakti Tirtha Maharaj. Bhakti Tirtha Maharaj joined in 1972. In the mid-70s, he was one of the key men in the BBT Library Party that sold sets of Srila Prabhupada's books in practically every library and university in the world. Bhakti Tirtha Maharaj, at that time, of course, was called Ganesham Das. He traveled extensively in America and Europe. He went to Eastern Europe when it was almost impossible to do anything there. And then after that, in recent years, he's been doing extensive preaching in Africa. He is a friend and advisor to many heads of state, including people like Nelson Mandela in South Africa. So, without further ado, Bhakti Tirtha Maharaj.
Rayana namaskritchanaram chaiva narottamam devam saraswati vyatsam tatodayam hadirayat nasta prayeshu bhadreshu nityam bhagavata sevaya bhagavati uttamasloke bhakti bhavati naistaki Om Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. The reading this morning from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 25, text number 29. Today is very auspicious, and as much as it's a courtesy, today is the day that we'll be going, at least most of us, most of you, we're going to Shantipur, such an auspicious environment where Lord Chaitanya was invited by Advaita Charya, and maybe is Kavi Chandra here? Maybe we can try to invite him again, all of us together. Today, of course, is also the day the Social Welfare, Social Development Conference starts, which has so much to do with looking at the past, evaluating the present, and scrutinizingly trying to see what is necessary for the future expansion of our movement worldwide. So we simply pray that the mercy of our senior Vaisnavas, that they will bless us, that we'll say something this morning to help in adding to the auspicious environment. Panchakapatarup jascha kripa sindhuva evata patitanam papavevyo Vaishnavevyo namo namaha. Namo Vishnu Varaya Krishna Vastaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Tirtha Swami Namni Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Vacharine Nirvisesa Sunyavari Paskachade Sutarine. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Today's class will be 15-20 minutes shorter, so we'll move a little fast. Yoga Bhagavat Vano Nirvanatmams Twayodita Chidrisha Kanti Changani Yatas Tavavat Bodhanam Yoga Bhagavat Vano Nirvatams Twayodita Chidrisha Kati Kangani Yatas Tavavat Bodhanam Yoga Bhagavat Vano Nirvanatsmam Twayoditaha Chidrisha Kati Changani Yastastat Vavabodhanam Mystic yogic process. Bhagavat Vanaha, aiming at the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Nirvana, Atman, embodiment of Nirvana. Tvaya, by you. Yuditaha, explain. Kiyadrisha, of what nature? Kanti, how many? Ka, and. Angani, branches. Yata, by which? Tattva, of the truth. Avabodhanam, understanding. See the translation? The mystic yoga system, as you have explained, aims at the Supreme Personality of Godhead and is meant for completely ending material existence. Please let me know the nature of that yoga system. How many ways are there by which one can understand in truth that sublime yoga? Repeat after me, please. The mystic yoga system, as you have explained, aims at the Supreme Personality of Godhead. It is meant for completely ending material existence. Please let me know the nature of that yoga system. How many ways are there by which one can understand in truth that sublime yoga? Srila Prabhupada's purport. There are different kinds of mystic yoga systems aiming for different places of the absolute truth. The Jnana Yoga system aims at the impersonal Brahman effulgence, and the Hatha Yoga system aims at the localized personal aspect, the Paramatma feature of the absolute truth. Whereas Bhakti Yoga, or devotional service, which is executed in 9 different ways, headed by hearing and chanting, aims at complete realization of the Supreme Lord. There are different methods of self-realization, but here Devahuti especially refers to the Bhakti Yoga system, which has already been primarily explained by the Lord. The different parts of Bhakti Yoga system are hearing, chanting, remembering, offering prayers, worshiping the Lord in the temple, accepting service to Him, making friendship with Him, and ultimately surrendering everything to Him. The word nirvana is very significant in this verse. Unless one accepts the process of devotional service, one cannot end the continuation of material existence. As far as jnanis are concerned, they are interested in jnana yoga. But even if one elevates oneself after a great performance of austerity to the Brahman effulgence, there is a chance of falling down again to the material world. Therefore, Jnana Yoga does not actually end material existence. Similarly, regarding the Hatha Yoga system, which aims at the localized aspect of the Lord, Paramatma, it has been experienced that many yogis, such as Vishwamitra Muni, fell down, but Bhakti yogis, once approaching the Supreme Personality of Godhead, never come back to the material world. And this is confirmed in Bhagavad Gita. Yat Gatva Nivatante. Upon going, one never comes back. Tvaktva Denam Puna Janma Nati Naiti. After giving up his body, he never comes back again to accept a material body. Nirvana does not finish the existence of the soul. The soul is ever existing. Therefore, nirvana means ending one's material existence. And to end material existence means to go back home, back to Godhead. Sometimes it is asked how the living entity falls down from the spiritual world to the material world. Here is the answer. Unless one is elevated to Vaikuntha planets, directly in touch with the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he is prone to fall down, either from the impersonal Brahman realization or from an ecstatic trance of meditation. Another word in the verse, Bhagavat Bana, is very significant. Bana means arrow. The Bhakti Yoga system is just like an arrow aiming up to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The Bhakti Yoga system never urges one towards the impersonal Brahman, effulgence, or to the point of the Paramatma realization. This Bana or arrow is so sharp and swift that it goes directly to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, penetrating the regions of impersonal Brahman and localized Paramatma. So, serious discussion here about the ending of material existence. Some time ago in America there was a book written about the end of history, because there's so many unusual changes taking place in the world that it's causing historians to question and wonder what is going on. But that's very minute in terms of its impact in contrast to the ending of material existence. Sometimes we see sinful acts, material acts, sinful acts being stopped. But at the same time, the seed of material desire still remains. And so these different types of yogic systems, they do not eradicate the seed. They can never end material existence because they're mainly dealing with combinations and permutations of the subtle material, and they're so much based on trying to get something, trying to take something, trying to own something, trying to become something, trying to enjoy something, trying to experience something, but not trying to give everything. Bhakti is about giving everything because the bhakta knows that he or she doesn't really own anything anyway. And therefore it's just a matter of properly perceiving things as they are and using them as they are properly arranged to be used. Of course, for the glorification of the Lord. So in these yoga systems, someone is trying to capture something. The Srila Prabhupada gives the example, in more mundane sense, how living into these senses, how all species are trying to get something, trying to acquire something, based on sensual desires and experiences, and based on trying to fulfill sensual pleasures. So he explains how. So the deer sometimes is very attracted by wonderful sounds. So the hunter plays the flute, and the deer becomes captivated by that sound and wants to come and to enjoy that sound. And by coming toward that sound, the hunter sees the deer, and the deer loses its life. You see, there's the insect, the firefly. That sight is so attracted to the fire that it literally just runs and dives into the flame because of desire for the experience of the pleasure, stimulation of the eyes of the sense. It meets its death. And the the elephant, was very attracted to the pleasures of the genitals. So sometimes the hunter arranges, makes a big hole, puts the elephant on one side, and as the male elephant is coming for sexual contact, falls into the hole and meets its death. So the fishy, Prabhupada explains, the worm is in the water, the fisherman puts the worm on the hook, puts it in, and as the fish comes and sees, something to enjoy, to satisfy the tongue, the belly. And in trying to acquire, to take, to enjoy, it grabs on the worm and it meets its death. But interesting how many species have one sense so dominant that can cause death, sexual desires to satisfy. But the human physiognomy, the human form, all the senses are on fire. And all the senses are demanding and trying to enjoy and trying to experience. And one is being poured by the eyes, by the tongue, by the belly, by the genitals. So the yogi sometimes may be able to master some of the gross desires or activities. But the seed, the actual seed, the root of material consciousness and material desires can only be taken out by bhakti. Bhakti mam abhijanati. Only by devotional service can Krishna be fully understood, associated with. Because in other cases, there's desire to have interaction with the Shakti, the various energies of the Lord, and not the Shakti Mam, the energetic. Krishna will give, isn't it? He will give material opulences. He will give bhukti and mukti and cities, even mystic cities. He will give that to one who wants to play with such things. But such things will obfuscate, they will create a barrier. They will not allow one to be able to experience the full love of the Lord. So the Lord is giving according to how we are aspiring and using our free will. The Bhagavatam helps us to understand how the sages in Nama Saranya, all kinds of yogis, Hatha yogis, Kriya yogis, Asanga yogis, Jnana yogis, Indigo yogis, involved in all kinds of activities, rishis and shuridharas and mahajans. They were all there, so many of them. But there was some incoherence. They wanted to know, what is the highest dharma for all humankind? Unequivocally, categorically, what is that, those activities that will be most satisfying, that will give the highest realization, that will be most expedient, most profound for development and experience? Sutta Goswami explains, Savai Pumsa Parodam, Yato Bhakti Yatma Supersidity. He didn't say, it is this religion, it is this philosophy. He didn't say, it is this yajna. No. He didn't say you must engage in this particular kind of tapasya, this particular way, this particular time. These are all just some small, perhaps, prerequisites. It's part of the general activities of sadhana. But he emphasized that the significance of unmotivated, uninterrupted devotional service to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Such activities that will give the love, unmotivated love, not taking something, not trying to experience something, not trying to become the God here. And so how satisfied, how pleased they were, how confident he was to be able to give such a thing. But sometimes, and the process of bhakti is a little bit challenging, because often one has to give up something that one is very attracted to, and sometimes one has to do something that one is not so prone for. Why does the Lord impose such demands? If Krishna is equally disposed, samoham savabhuteshu, equal and kind and merciful to everyone, it is our natural position to be fully in love with the divine couple, with the Lord and His many manifestations. Then why all of these challenges? Why all these obstacles? Why must we give everything? Because Krishna wants to give everything to us. And if He wants to give everything to us, He wants to prepare us to receive. We cannot receive everything He is giving and pouring out if we're so occupied, preoccupied, and dabbling and holding on to so many superfluous, unnecessary things that are unhealthy for our natural state. So the Lord is not some tyrant, autocrat demanding, surrender unto me or I'll smash you. You want to enjoy, then you sing my song and you dance to my music. Otherwise, you shall be doomed. But the Lord wants to give avidly, eagerly. And He wants us to prepare ourselves to be able to receive. And therefore the bhakta ultimately is receiving because it's not allowing superfluous, unnecessary things to be distracting. In the neophyte stage, some distractions are there. We gradually move through those anarthas. Krishna says, Tejam sattata yuktanam bhajatam pritipurvakam idami buddhi yogam yenama upayanti. He says, those who worship me perseverantly, the dedication, the devotion. He says, I will personally give them the knowledge how to come unto me. Not to my energy, not to my cosmic expansion, but to me. We see some interesting examples. The devotees of the Lord also, how they prepare us for being able to receive everything. Like in the case of Narada Muni and the hunter. The hunter, he was low. He was hunting the animals and leaving them half dead. His whole existence and lifestyle was on that level. But by the love and the potency of Narada, the hunter became a bhakta. But what did the hunter have to do? There's a price. It's not a monetary price. Before the hunter was able to receive the full blessings of bhakti, Narada told him, oh, all right, okay, throw away your weapon. Imagine. The hunter, his whole life, he's a Kshatriya. This is how he protects himself. This is how he eats. This has been passed down his heritage. But Narada told him, throw it away. The hunter could have said, hold it a minute, Narada. I'll consider that, but let's see what you have first. The hunter could have said, I'm coming, I'll be back. No. He was ready. Because by the association of Narada, the hunter had become a bhakta. Not only was he ready to stop the sinful activity, but the potency Narada's love spilling over was helping him to even to eradicate the seed of sinful desire. And so the faith and the dedication and the desire for fully absorbing in the spiritual adventure and mystery of the association of the Lord was fully implanted in the hunter's consciousness. We see in the case of the devotee of Lord Shiva, who wanted boon, wanted benediction. He went to Lord Shiva. And Lord Shiva, a bhakta, wanting to share. See, bhaktas want to share bhakti. The yogis often they want to hoard and keep for themselves because they want some opportune position over others. Ultimately, they want to be God. But the bhakta is wanting to be the servant. And so, they know as they give, they actually receive more, not less. In our own lives, to the desire, to the degree that there is desire to give, will have so much to do with the position of each individual's consciousness. So, Lord Shiva was eager to give. Lord Shiva sent this devotee to who? To Sanatana Goswami. When he went to visit Sanatana Goswami gave him a gift. Gave him a touchstone. He was happy, he took it, he went out and he started touching iron and turning everything into gold. What a boon. But then he realized, Sanatana gave me this touchstone. He told me to go into the garbage pile and to see it, to get it, I got it out of the garbage. If he could have such a touchstone in the garbage, what other secrets, mysteries, what other gems he must have? Then he go for it. So he went back and he inquired from Sanatana. And Sanatana told him, no problem, but first you throw away the touchstone. He could have said, hold it a minute, Sanatana. Let's see what you have. Show your stuff first and let me compare and I'll decide. Or he could have said, I'm coming. But because of the blessings of such high-level devotees of the Lord, their love spilling over, not only was he eager, but he was ready to receive. Krishna wants to give. Krishna's devotees want to give. But certain things we have allowed to become impositions. So the whole process of devotional service, of self-realization, of Atma-vidya is taking away, removing some of those things that are unhealthy, that cause us to be unnatural. Spiritual life is not becoming something. We already are, the nature of the soul. The Satchitananda Vigraha. But we're trying to remove those things that have caused the distraction. Sanatana Goswami himself, he heard from Lord Chaitanya. Chaitanya just poured over on him. So much blessings. But first he noticed that Sanatana had this very attractive charter. Not that the Lord is concerned about any attractive material quality. But we understand the essence of that is that if anything is remaining, then those things will be responsible for perpetuating material existence, not the end of material existence. And after he gave up that attractive charm, then he received all because he was ready for all in such way. One of the interesting verses in Bhagavad Gita, Swarabalabhate Gyanam Tat Paratsam Yatindriya Gyanalaptva Parapsyapsi Achi Arena Gachati. That it takes three basic things that's necessary to make the tremendous difference between the bhakta and the yogi and the materialist. Shraddha, first there must be faith. But the materialist has faith. Even the rogue has faith. And how the faith is reposed and where it is reposed. With sense control. One who does not control its senses is not going anywhere, will simply maintain material consciousness and will perpetuate material existence. But we're not just a posse. But sense control with proper faith and absorption in transcendental knowledge. We see, if we look at the lives of such great bhaktas, we study them. And as we study them, then we try somehow to get their blessing and to somehow to follow their footsteps. Ranti Dev, powerful king, great devotee. He was fasting like anything. He was ready to, to break his fast. It's like the day of the cottages. So some of you will be fasting. Some dry fast, some this fast, that fast. We're all fasting from grains, etc. So tomorrow, some of us will be eager to eat something after not drinking and eating for the whole day. Huh? We'll be thinking, oh, what's available? So Ranti, he was making such fasted very intensively. And just as he was about to break his fast, a Brahmin came. And he was very attentive. And he offered the Brahmin to fulfill his desire. And after the Brahmin finished eating, he was getting ready to take again. And then a Sudra came. And he let him also take, please. He was very happy to be able to give whatever he had. Sure. And then another person came with a host of dogs. And again he was getting ready to eat. But he was accepting, the Lord had sent these persons, let me serve them. So he also gave. Now he only had a little water left. He was hungry, he was thirsty. His body was very, very weak. And when the Chandala came, he simply, eagerly, enthusiastically, with love, he offered the last that he had, which was the water. Only the bhakta can do such. The materialist, the yogi, no way. The yogi is thinking, I am engaged in my yagnas. I am performing my austerities. Why you are interfering at this time? Come back. But Ranti, with great love and devotion, he offered. And then those personalities who had come to him revealed themselves. They were actually devas, they were demigods. And because the devotees, the demigods, they're eager to see the wonderful, magnificent activities of the bhaktas, as they are so dear to Krishna. Krishna knows no one but them, and they know no one but him. They are his heart. So they pleaded, let us offer you something. Let us honor your devotion. Let us serve you. Let us be connected with you. What can we offer? Please, what do you desire? And Ranti, no seed of mature desire is there. So he simply requested, no, you please bless me, that I can always think of Krishna. realizing that that is the greatest gem, the greatest goal. So he's simply praying, I am not worthy of this, but somehow bless me that I'll always be able to think of Krishna. Such bhaktas, they have the Lord, but they are thinking that they are so much appreciative, and that they're just asking, please, this is so wonderful, but please bless me that I will always be able to think of the Lord. This is the consciousness of the bhakta. So special. One last little story. Remember the other day we were visiting on Parikam, Sivas, the Kaur's house. And so there was once the story of a young Brahmin boy who was very austere. And he wanted to come to the kirtan, the night kirtan. So he kept badgering Sivas. So Sivas said, all right, but you must hide. So he came to the kirtan. And Lord Chaitanya at one point exclaimed, what is happening? I do not feel the same ecstasy. Someone who is here who is impure. The devotees of the Lord, their devotion so intense it affects the atmosphere. Someone intruded into that atmosphere. So later the boy came out, exposed himself. Lord Chaitanya explained, Srivastava first emphasized about this young brahmachari, how he is just austere, just taking milk, how he is very pure. Lord Chaitanya explained, it is not by austerity that one can get my darshan. Bhakti is not just a matter of austerity. And the boy ran out, he left. But in his mind he was so happy that he was having a chance to at least see the Lord and his associates dance and chant the holy name. Lord Chaitanya, knowing his consciousness, no seed of material desire will remain. He called the boy to come every night. And all the devotees were amazed. Lord Chaitanya put his own feet on his head. And all the devotees were so amazed at the overpouring mercy that Lord Chaitanya made available to this person. So we can see through these great lives something very special. Today is the disappearance of Madhavendra Puri. We see how the Lord came to him to serve him. He says, no one fasted in my village. And he brought him this pot. And later when Madhavendra Puri went to get some to the Kishore Gopinath temple, and the deity actually hid the prasadam and told the Pujari, go and give this to Madhavendra Puri. What amazing position in Bhakti is that the Lord arranges, steals for him, brings him food. And Madhavendra Puri later took that pot of milk, he drank it, and then later he would even eat ecstatically from that pot. When he had the dream, when the Gopal Lord came, next day he had the dream that night, and it was revealed to him that is Krishna. He woke up and he was in ecstasy. His body was shivering, he was rolling on the ground. His worshipful Lord had come and he was able to receive the association of the Lord, prasadam given from the hands of the Lord himself. So, as we remove these obstacles, especially the obstacles of the mind, then we move past the position of yogis, we move past the position of sense gratifiers. We move through the different layers, taking away the sins. The seeds of the seeds of sinful desire, and those desires are like demons in the mind. Just as pretty soon we'll have darshan of Lord Nrsimha Day. So we have darshan of Lord Nrsimha Day. We should be praying as the altar opens that the demon in our mind will jump into the lap of Lord Nrsimha Day and he'll rip it apart. Because actually, the biggest demon is inside. So at the end of each ceremony, we pray the Lord Nrsimha Day, particularly to take out the demon in our particular minds. We end with one or two short things. Maybe your DBC didn't tell you that we invited you here for some other special reason for this festival. That we're going to drop a bomb on this planet. So we brought you all here from all over the world to protect you, help you prepare the bomb. You better turn your tape recorders and videos off Maybe you better turn your tape recorders up, because the bomb is the Harinam Sankirtan bomb. As we are here, in a few days, there shall be the Gaur Purnima. Only a few days. So we have a few more days to get ourselves ready. Gaur Purnima, we want to drop a very powerful bomb that will have a big effect here in all of our consciousness. When you go back to your countries, when you go back to your cities, the bomb will have made such an effect. And then on Holy Name Day, June 9th, you want to drop the second bomb. We want all of us to recommit ourselves to the chanting of the Holy Name, to the potency of the Sankirtan, Yagna. Realize that is the Yagna for the age. The one on Parikram. We can see how Lord Chaitanya was spreading his mission. Now we've come all over the world. We want to drop that bomb to such an extent that Lord Shiva will be thinking, what is going on, Parvati? What's happening on that planet? Give him my dun-dun drum. Maybe it's time for the universe to be destroyed. We want that bomb. We want the effects of that, of our consciousness, as we're taking prasadam, as we're hearing the workshops, as we're visiting on Parikram. We're building up the energy for affecting the ethers of this planet. And so as this Bhakti bomb, this Harinam bomb spreads, then we want to be able to have Narada to be thinking in the universe that he's at. Let me rush into this universe. Something is going on because the planet is dancing to the holy name. Mother Bhumi is rocking. We want that bomb to be such that Lord Narayan be massaged. We'll say, hold in a minute. Lakshmi, hold in a minute. Let me observe what is going on in these universes. Let me go tell Shamsundar about to play his flute. There's all these wonderful things are going on. These sadhus have come from all over the different countries of the world. In so many different situations where Kali Yuga has become so dominant, and they are come together to be able to check material existence. They've come together to take out the seed of material consciousness. They've come together to spread the Bhakti Lata Bija. They've come together to sound throughout the universe, to our pores, to our consciousness, the process of bhakti, that the Harinam Sankirtan will go on. So as we go today to Shantipur, and as we remind ourselves about Advaita Charya, calling Lord Chaitanya, let us collectively serve in such a way that the seeds of mature desire will so much be eradicated that not only will some of the devas come for association, but Lord Chaitanya will take notice, and Lord Chaitanya will shed mercy on all of us. Harinam Sankirtan ki. The very last thing is time for the greeting of the deities. It's wonderful and not an accident that the day is a fast day for us. So we can be very much in the mood of bhakti, being the servants of everyone, that we serve our prasadam as selflessly without taking the prasadam. And we pray in the mood of Vasudev Datta that everyone get the blessings, that everyone go back to the spiritual kingdom. And as everyone goes back, and just as Dhruva Maharaj, when he was going back, and he had the desire for his mother to come, all of those we've served out who go back, they'll say, and please bless those who gave us the prasadam, bring them back, let them go ahead of us. Harinam Sankirtan ki.